I guess Cherubimon's dead now. I know, everyone just kind of beats him, and it's like, alright, we took care of that. But oh no, all those Digimon he imprisoned are like gang free, and their gang are suddenly attacked by Ace Devimon, and oh hey, he's committed so many atrocities, guys, he's so evil, yo, he might be a more dangerous opponent than Cherubimon, who in this episode we literally say is like the strongest, but he loses because he doesn't have friends.
Yeah. The whole thing, like, my biggest issue is that they struggle with Ice Devimon. Like, yeah, it's this so absurd.
Yeah, it's like, I was thinking about this, and it's like, okay, if I was like to rewrite this, you know, it's like, first off, what the heck? Why is Ice Devimon just here? Why are they like just fighting this other thing now? What the heck?
Because he was sentenced to life in prison by the Digimon government.
Yeah.
And he was imprisoned under the Venus Rose, which is destroyed now.
So it's like, my immediate bigger complaint is that it's like, oh, this kills the flow of this fight so hard. Because
so
it's
stupid.
Like, yeah, we're like busy doing with Cherubimon. We're like, okay, but yo, watch out, he could be anywhere. I think we killed him, but I'm not sure, yo. Yeah, maybe we should just leave. And this is the moment where, like, you should be seeing Cherubimon just quickly finish his plan and be like, oh, but you're too late, I've already won or whatever. But it's not. Because this random unrelated thing just kind of happens, and it's like, oh hey, we gotta fight this guy now who we only just learned about. Awesome! Let's just do this to pad out the episode so we can have Cherubimon's plan as the big stinger at the end.
Yeah. Episode to be like, look guys, the other characters aren't useless at all. We took Takuya and Koji out of the fight so that the others have to fight. Look, they're gonna beat him.
Yeah, like, one revised Devimon to like the entire episode stroll trying to get through Cherubimon to it's not working. Yeah, it's like, this should be like, yo, like, okay, so it's like, I'm trying to think of like how I'd rewrite this. It's like, okay, if you have to put like some fight scene here, it should at the very least not be freaking Ice Devimon.
Yeah. Ice Devimon is filler. Like, in the middle of the plot, of like the overarching plot.
Yeah, like, if you have to do this, this should be like Lady Devimon, or like Myotismon or something, at least. Or like, you know, heck, like Piedmon would probably work here, you know? We have like 4 beast spirits, and one of them is notably stronger than the other. Like, if they all teamed up to fight a Mega, they could do it. I'd believe that.
Devimon would be fine, but the problem is that he shows up and they're like, are you working for Cherubimon? And he's like, nah, I got nothing to do with that guy. And it's like, then why are you here? Why are you in the plot right now? You're unimportant. You don't matter.
Yeah, it's like,
if he showed up and he's like, oh, you freed me from my prison, now I'll help Lord Cherubimon destroy you or whatever. It's like, okay, he has a reason to exist now.
Yeah, this entire fight, like this whole thing, like, first off, as I mentioned, should not be Ice Devimon, should be something stronger. Secondly, it's like, this needed to happen on the way to Cherubimon.
Yeah.
This need to be a moment of like, oh hey, the main duo can't help us, and yo, oh Koichi still has his conflicted feelings about Koji. This is the moment for him to be like, okay, yo, what? Let's all work as a team and save Koji, like, specifically. And they, like, fight, I don't know, like a Myotismon or something. Or, like, I don't know, heck, like, just really any ultimate at this point. Like, anything that's ultimate or above would be better than this. Like, can kill Cherubimon's literal clone, a Digimon so powerful that even Richamon can't scratch it. Can't defeat Ice Devimon because he blocks your attack in beast form with one of his wings.
Right, Ice Devimon's a champion. What the heck?
Yeah, you just realized.
I thought he was an ultimate for some reason. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because you look at how hard they struggle with him, and it's like, oh, of course he's gotta be kind of strong, right? And it's like, no, not really.
Okay, I take back what I said earlier. Even if he was working for Cherubion directly, this is pointless. And there's no reason any of them should struggle against a champion-level Digimon. I don't care how many other Digimon he's eaten.
Yeah, it's like, if nothing else, like, if Ice Daimon has to be this opponent, he should be, like, winning through sheer, like, trickery, right? Like, it should, like, purely be him taking hostages and, like, you know, like, freezing things and, like, hiding away like a coward. You know, he should not be actively, like, deflecting attacks and stuff and just shrugging this off.
Yeah. Like, I understand him shrugging off all the attacks that Chalkmon does because he's ice type.
Yeah.
But, like, everything else is dumb.
Like, anything else would make more sense here. Well, for the most part, but yeah. Secondly, it's like, okay, you know what, like, I don't know where I was going with this, but yeah. Like, they fight Ice Daimon, it's like way more struggle than it ever has to be. It's like, while this is happening, like, I can't even be like, oh, hey, this episode's nothing of value, because we get, like, a remix of, like, Broken Wings, and it rules. And it's like, why are you playing such a cool song for, like, such a bad, like, friggin' fight scene?
Because Koichi needs another kill because he just joined the party.
Koichi has like 3 unique character themes now, and they're all bangers, and they've all only been used once. And we'll probably never see him do anything again after this point. Cerberus Mamu and good here. Yeah, exactly, what the heck? Like, if it wasn't so dumb for Cerberus Mod to lose in episode 1, like, you know what, alright, here's my prescription. It's like, alright, episode 1, replace Cerberusmon with, I don't know, like, friggin', you know, purple, like, Cubimon or whatever it's called, or, like, something. Literally, any other fire beast Digimon, like, Flare Rizamon or something. Sure, why not? Prescription 2, it's like, okay, take this, like, Ice Devimon fight, make him, like, Cerberusmon werewolf mode. Just, like, burst out of the ground and be all cool and, like, dangerous. And he, like, teleports, like, Koji and, like, Takuya to, like, you know, whatever underworld, like, dark area thing he does in that original fight. You know, he's like, oh, hey, I've stolen your friends and they can't escape until you beat me. And now you have a reason for everyone else to team up to fight this thing. Like, yeah, that would make perfect sense. It would still be annoying to have this random unexplained, like, character just show up and interrupt the big final boss fight, but I mean, yeah, that would at least be logical. Kind of.
Yeah. I didn't realize he's a champion. I didn't realize just how pointless his existence is in this episode.
This fight should literally be like, yo, Ice Devimon laughs at them, he's like, oh, I wonder what human data tastes like, and then, like, freaking Laomon hits him once and he goes down.
Ferrymon should have hit him once and he goes down.
Oh yeah, at this point, yeah, probably. You know what, actually, yeah, fair enough, like, alright, replace Ice Devimon with, like, I don't know, like, Lay Devimon or something, have them just somehow capture, like, everyone, and Izumi's the only one left. And now it's like, at least there's a point to it, because this is Izumi's moment to, like, you know, redeem herself? Redeem herself? It's her moment to resume herself. There would be her moment to, like, redeem herself and actually get, like, a kill off on something and be like, oh yeah, I'm not useless, I'm just as good as the others. And, you know, make up for that super embarrassing moment earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, if Izumi has to do catfights to get a win, then yeah, this would have been another good point for it.
I don't care, man. I'm going to use the image of Bokumon and Nemon facepalming for the thumbnail of this episode.
Yeah, that's fine.
Even though it technically happens in the last episode. But yeah, they fight Ice Devimon, and like in the English dub, he gives like a very fun Christopher Walken impersonation. It's a bad impression, but it's like at least it's like fun that they did it.
It's an over-exaggerated Christopher Walken. It's not good, just like it's a caricature of him.
It feels like they're trying and they're not quite getting it, so it's like slipping into weirdly like racist Asian stereotype.
What?
It's hard to explain. It's like, it sounds like they're just kind of slurring their words, and it just sounds like someone who doesn't like know English well.
I pulled up a clip to watch it to remind myself how it sounded. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's just a bad Christopher Walken impression.
Like, that's the impression that I got from it, because watching the episode, it's like, it just starts off and it's like, oh, wait, are they not doing was I wrong? Was that different? It's like, oh, wait, I see what they're doing. Oh.
Also, in the clip I watched, oh my god, they cannot have a moment of silence for anything. The Digivices get frozen and they are making stupid cartoon beepy noises constantly.
Welcome to 90s English dubs. Just, is there any space on the timeline where sound is not happening? Okay, put music under it. We gotta fill that bar up from end to end, baby.
I mean, as far as ambient background music goes, what I heard in that clip wasn't awful. It's just, like, that would have been fine. It's the Digivices making all their terrible noises that bugged me.
For me, it's like, oh, you can't have more of silence. It's gotta be just music back to back nonstop. Just, it never ends. There always has to be some sound going in the background. Because, like, otherwise all the stupid kids pay attention to the screen. Gotta jingle those keys even harder. I think part of the issue is, I wonder if they couldn't think of enough material for the premise of the show. It's kind of odd how despite being halfway through, it feels like we're in the endgame. Oh, yeah. That's the thing, it's like, ultimately, this is a very simple, like, straightforward narrative, and it feels like, you know, this is the natural conclusion. Like, it feels like, you know, they had an idea for a show where it's like, alright, we're gonna, like, have the good spirits and we're gonna fight the evil spirit Digimon. And they're like, okay, yeah, we'll have character arcs and stuff and we'll do the whole thing with it, and it's like, okay, yeah, God. And they went through that. They went about 40 episodes, and they're like, okay, well, we're out of people for the main characters to fight. What now? Yeah, it's a pretty bad aspect of shows back then. Music always had to be playing, otherwise the Ks wouldn't stay on the channel. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like, oh, well, I guess, yo, we just have to think up other characters to do after this. Last arc legit felt like a new Game Plus storyline. It's that weird, yeah. Cause like, if like at this point I think there's like 52 episodes in the series, we're at like episode 40. Like, over 80% of this series at this point, like, mathematically, has, like, been about the fight against Cherubimon and his forces. So the fact that we're now going to defeat Cherubimon means that it's, like, we now have to establish a whole new villain with their whole new, like, ordeal and their whole new, like, you know, set of, like, forces and stuff. And you know what, like, I could believe that probably is their intention all along to have, like, Lucimon the plot. Like, having Cherubimon be the big bad, and then it turns out, like, oh, there's this other thing that's, like, they unleashed. Like, that makes logical sense. Like, I feel like I've, like, compared, you know, Cherubimon's whole thing to a JRPG final boss before. But yeah, this is basically how JRPGs go. It's like, you fight through the evil empire, and then it's like, oh hey, here's the big bad we've been building up, who is also God or something, and they pull the ban switch, and they're like, oh, but did you notice this thing we set up in the lore? They're the real evil you have to defeat. But it's like, they're going to spend so much time on that it's like, it's so weird. Usually that moment is like, oh yeah, yo, what? The real final boss was this thing in the background, and you like go into a quick dungeon and then be like, oh yeah, let's just beat that thing. You know, it's like, oh, you were spending the entire game building up Seymour? Well, here's the boss fight against you, Yevon, and he's the real source of everything. And it's like, you know what, I'm fine with that. But holy crap, don't stretch that moment out. I think they should have foreshadowed Lucia into the plot more. It would feel less like the Kaguya situation from Naruto. Oh yeah. Holy crap.
No, Lucimon's way more telegraphed than Kaguya ever was.
The Kaguya situation was so much worse, but I totally get what he's like getting at.
Yeah, because Lucimon was mentioned from like, what, episode 2?
Yeah, super early on, they found that mural, and it's like, oh yeah, Lucimon was defeated by the 10 warriors, right? And we've been, like, establishing that Digimon can, like, reincarnate ever since then.
Yeah, Lucimon gets brought up occasionally. Like, it's not like that's the only time he's ever been brought up, even.
If this was, like, we just defeat, like, Cherubimon, and there's, like, a quick, you know, thing where Lucimon's destroying the world or whatever, and we have to, like, defeat him a few episodes later, I would be pretty fine with that. Like, it would suck that we kind of, like, squander the final forms, because, you know, that would mean that Kaiser Greymon and Magna Garumon got, like, no play, but that would be fair. I would be okay with that. Honestly, as is, you know, like, Artemon, Beowulfmon are already kind of, like, squandered, so, you know, like, I know it's like we got those forms a bit ago, but it feels like they really didn't get to do much at all, huh? And whatever, I'm a bit more fine with that, because it's like, you know, I don't really care much for those designs, they're just kind of like, whatever. But yeah. Could have been more, could have been better, could have been something. I feel like they definitely just had to stretch to meet the episode count. Man, that's the thing. It's like, we're getting to a point where it's like, there's going to be like, oh, never mind, this is like, I was misreading things. This is episode 36, not 46. Jeez. Yeah, we have even more time then. What the heck? Like, we're gonna have, like, 15, 16 episodes with this random new group of characters as nothing happens? Oh, that's gonna be terrible. Jeez. That's like, we're gonna go through a modern anime season's worth of content accomplishing nothing. Oh, man. But yeah, they beat Ice Devimon. and they'd be his dumb Christopher Walken impression, and, Ice Devimon says something like, I wonder how, like, you humans taste. I can't wait to feast on your data. Tasty. And, like, Cherubimon just shows up at, like, a random ball of data. And it's like, oh, hey, guys, I don't think this is over just yet, And it's like, oh, we have to stop Cherubimon before he inevitably does his big evil plan. Oh, man. Well, at least we got, like, a combat remix of Broken Wings. Even though freaking Kaiser Laomon doesn't even have wings, so what the heck? So, yeah, any more thoughts on this, I guess, before we move on?
No, not really.
I feel like I kind of, like, addressed everything I wanted to say with this.